Oh, what's going on, y'all? I'm Iconic Ty. Don't ask me why. I'm coming at y'all with another video. Now, man, today we're going to continue our greatest, top 5, top 10 list reactions, you know what I'm saying? Today we got the greatest top 10 small forwards of all time. Now, we just got finished recording that top 5 centers of all time. A little earlier in the week, I think we did the top 10 players of all time, both controversial lists. That greatest center list was just horrible. But we got the greatest 10 small forwards of all time. Now, before I get into this video, man, if you new, make sure you hit that subscribe button, bro, because we going all the way, man. We bringing you daily vids, and listen, the IRL is gonna keep coming too. We're gonna hit them heavy. Make sure you hit that like button and comment down below what you want me to watch next. What basketball training video I want me to try to attempt next. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the greatest, but I'm willing to go give it a shot. You know what I'm saying? So I can see the progress, but. Make sure y'all doing what y'all can to be better, man. Be better than you were yesterday and plan for the future. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit of wisdom. But enough of that. Let's jump right into this video, man. Let's see. LeBron is obviously going to be #1, but I want to see the other 9.
Ranking the best player at each position for every team. But they always get taken down or demonetized. So what I'm going to do instead is rank the top 10 players at each position. And I already did a video for the best point and shooting guards for every team, so that leads us to ranking the top 10 small forwards in NBA history.
Okay.
Now there were a lot of ways this list could have gone, so definitely comment anything you agree or disagree with. Let's get into it. Number 10, Dominique Wilkins.
Yeah. Okay.
The fact that Dominique never won an NBA championship did...
See, because the thing about Dominique Wilkins Dominique is like a glorified, like, DeMar DeRozan type player, or like any athletic slashing player that had bounce.
Drop him down a little bit on this list. But even though he didn't, Wilkins still definitely deserves to be in the top 10 small forwards of all time. The man's mainly remembered for his monster in-game dunks because, well, that's what he specialized in. And he always has and always will.
So, you know what, maybe he is top 10 just because he was the first to, like, really... Not the first, but, like, he was competing with MJ and Clyde the Glide with that, being a slashing guard, just a uber athletic guard. So... I can see why. He was with the people that started it, I guess.
For having some of the most powerful in-game dunks we've ever seen. Whether it was his one or two-handed tomahawks.
Okay.
But away from dunking, Dominique made the Atlanta Hawks great. He never had an all-star team, but at one point he did lead the Hawks to 4 straight 50-win seasons.
That's true. He never really played with anybody like... I mean, comment down below if he did, but I don't think he played with anybody that's like even Hall of Fame worthy, even all-star worthy, so... That's true.
Averaged 30 points a game in 1986 and 88, was a 9-time All-Star and a 1-time scoring champion.
Okay.
Number 9, James Worthy. Magic Johnson and Kareem have a lot to thank Big Game James for, because he was one of the pivotal players.
I'm happy that James Worthy got some respect, but they didn't like gas James Worthy, because people be having James Worthy in their top 5, which is like crazy. Like, he's top 10, he's not top 5. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got accolades, but like what you did also matters, and just other small forwards did more than him.
That made up the Showtime Lakers and their fast-paced offense, because James was the perfect guy for that team.
He was perfect swingman.
Break, whether it was finished with a finger roll or his famous Statue of Liberty dunk. And on top of that, he had a deadly turnaround jump shot,
and he could play defense too.
Anywhere inside the 3. He got his nickname Big Game James, consistently showing up in the playoffs and the finals every year. I mean, the man averaged 17 a game in the regular season and 21 a game in the playoffs. So he was a which
is really important. He was able to step his game up. All right, but I'm gonna stop pausing so much, bro. I know what y'all saying. Ty, stop. I'm like, relax, bro.
Postseason player, which doesn't happen too often. And even though he did play with Magic and Kareem, there were a couple entire postseasons and even NBA finals where James Worthy led the entire Lakers in scoring, including the '88 finals where he won the Finals MVP. Number 8. Barry.
I didn't know James. I said James Harden. I didn't know James Worthy had a Finals MVP. That's a big deal.
Barry might be remembered as
what they say, Rick Barry?
His biggest jerks of all time, and for shooting his free throws like a grandma. He'll always be remembered as one of the greatest.
He the one that shoot like that
of all time. As a senior in college, the man averaged 37 points a game, which led to him being taken 2nd overall by the San Francisco Warriors.
People don't really talk about Rick Barry like that. I know he's just from Golden State.
and he instantly made them better. As a rookie, he averaged 25 and 10, taking the Warriors from 17 wins the season before to 35 wins. And the next season, his career really took off when he averaged over 35 a game in his second season in the league and led his team to the NBA Finals, losing to Wilt Chamberlain and the 76ers. But he'd go on to play 4 seasons in the ABA before returning to the NBA right where he left off. And then
I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't have Rick Barry in my top 10. I'm just thinking of all the names that come to mind. Rick Barry wouldn't be in my top 10, especially not over James Worthy, maybe Dominique.
Go on to lead his team to an NBA championship in 1975 and be named the Finals MVP. He'd retire in 1980, finishing his career being a one-time NBA champion,
but he got a ring,
Finals MVP, an 8-time All-Star,
and a Finals MVP,
5-time member of the All-NBA First Team, a scoring champion, and a steals leader.
Alright, looking at those accolades, yeah, he's top 10. I'll take it back all the way. Those are some crazy accolades. He had better accolades than,
Number 7, John Havlicek. Havlicek is without a doubt one of the NBA's all-time great players and just athletes in general. In 1962, he not only was drafted by the Boston Celtics, but he actually got drafted into the NFL by the Cleveland Browns too.
John Havlicek?
Hondo's presence quickly became known in the NBA, and he developed into one of the greatest 6 men of all time. He had the ability to do anything he wanted on both ends of the court.
As a 6 man, he's top 10 in his position.
Anyone else, which let him dominate on fast breaks, outrun his opponents, and still never get tired. And on top of all of that, he was a guy that really would have benefited from a 3-point line because he was always shooting from deep. All of this and a Bill Russell helped the man become an 8-time champion,
and Bill Russell,
MVP, a 13-time All-Star.
Where y'all go with that Bill Russell narrative, bro? Stop it, bro. You averaged 15. Like, stop it.
5-time member of the All-NBA First Team and a 5-time member of the All-Defensive First Team. Number 6, Elgin Baylor. Elgin Baylor might not have
my guy Elgin Baylor, man. R.I.P. to my guy Elgin Baylor.
And yeah, that was something that dropped Dominique down, but that doesn't stop Baylor from coming in at number 6. Because he's one of the most underrated players in league history. His name doesn't get thrown around as much as it should.
It doesn't.
Talking about all-time greats. The man dominated the game of basketball at every level he played at, whether it was high school, college, and even the NBA. As a
he said dominate, man. That right there is a very strong word. He dominated them. Oh boy, here we go.
That played in the same era as Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain, Baylor averaged 27 points and almost 14 rebounds a game. And in his best season, he averaged an insane 38.3 points and 18.6 rebounds a game. That helped Elgin take his team from the worst.
He averaged 40 in one season
in the league to the NBA Finals the same year he was drafted.
Number
5, Scottie Pippen. Scottie.
I'm happy Scottie is getting some respect on this list. People don't even have Scottie in their top 5, which is beyond me. Scottie Pippen might be top 25. But let me see. I'm trying to think. Realistically, I could think of 3 guys you would have ahead of him, which is LeBron, KD, and Larry Bird. So who else do you have over Scottie Pippen? Now I'm getting mad.
I don't know what Scottie Pippen did with Michael Jordan. He was the key piece that MJ needed to help the Bulls win 6 NBA championships. He's an all-time elite defender and can do a little bit of everything on the court at all times. We got to see all of these things while Pippen and Jordan played together. But we got to see the real Scottie Pippen when Mike retired for the first time in 1993. Because during the 93 and 94
he was an MVP candidate.
Jordan's shadow and had by far the best year of his career. He led the Bulls to 55 wins, averaged 22 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals, and 0.8 blocks a game, which led Chicago in scoring, assists, blocks, and steals. And he finished with a career best 32% from 3. And if all that's not enough, that led to him finishing 3rd in MVP voting that year.
He should have got it.
The season without Jordan didn't go as smoothly because even though Jordan returned with 17 games left in the season, they only finished with 47 wins. But Pippen
I believe that was the year that the Magic beat them and went to the finals, I think. I think they went to the finals.
Led the Bulls in every major statistical category that season. So there's a chance that if Scottie was a star on his own team, he might even be ranked higher, but he would have won a lot less championships. And
that's true. If Scottie was on his own team, maybe he would have ranked higher, you know? Because you can't say MJ without Scottie, you can't say Scottie without MJ, so they're kind of like attached. But that's also true. He wouldn't have as many rings, probably.
There's also a pretty good chance that he wouldn't have had the confidence or the in-game knowledge to be that good if it wasn't for playing with the GOAT. So, number 5 is where he's staying. Number 4, Julius Erving.
Julius Erving. He has Julius Erving over Scottie Pippen. That's the mystery, man. That's false. That's false.
Julius Erving spent the first 5 seasons of his career dominating the ABA and winning 2 NBA championships. And when he joined the 76ers, not too much changed. He was instantly a fan favorite for being one of the first perimeter players that had size, could play.
Matter of fact, let me show y'all something for the first time, bro. Let me show y'all something. Bear with me. I'm about to go get it right now. Watch. Alright, y'all see this right here? Oh, it's like messing up. Damn. But this is like, that's my Julius Erving poster. It's not even like a poster. It's like, if y'all can hear that, it's like so it's like a block or something painted on it. But I've had that thing in my life for about 10 years, man. Julius Erving is one of my favorite players of all time. And I'm telling you right now, not even I would have him over Scottie Pippen.
Like a guard and posterize anyone in his path. For a little while
we want to show y'all something.
A lot of people that thought Dr. J was the greatest player of all time. And now today he's remembered as being one of the greatest dunkers of all time.
One of the greats.
But don't let that overshadow the fact that he was always an excellent defender, ball handler, passer, and is 8th on the all-time scoring list. The man was consistently a great player throughout his entire career, and let that show by making the All-Star team every single year.
I don't know who's labeling him the GOAT, but
played, led the 76ers to the finals 4 times, and won an NBA championship in 1983. Number 3.
KD.
I might catch some heat for
absolutely
as high as number 3. Don't get me wrong.
Nah, you can put KD at 3.
KD deserves a spot. He's in his prime right now at 29 years old, and he's already proved he's gonna go down as one of the greatest scorers of all time when it's all said and done. He ranks higher than Dr. J because he's just as good of a defender.
Yeah, you can definitely put KD at 3.
Better scorer than Dr. J was. And Durant does now have 2 NBA championships, probably 3 after this season. But however many he wins for the Warriors,
oh, this is from when he was on the Warriors.
Remember the same as regular championships since he joined the best team in the league. But even with that being said, the man's still a 2-time Finals MVP. In series against LeBron James, a 4-time scoring champion, has made the All-NBA first team 6 times, and a regular season MVP. He's shown that when it's all said and done, he's got the ability
KD is one of
go down as the second.
KD is self-explanatory. KD is top 3 of all time at the small forward position. KD is, when it's all said and done, it's possible that he'll be a top 10 player of all time. So,
greatest small forward of all time. Number 2,
Larry
Bird. For KD to go down as the second greatest small forward of all time, he's really gonna have to do a lot to take Bird's spot. Because
listen, man, they said Larry was a dog. They said Larry was the greatest trash talker of all time, too, man. Larry was different.
Larry Bird was a 3-time NBA champion and a 3-time consecutive MVP that at one time was thought of as the greatest NBA player of all time.
Yeah.
Bird led his team to 60 wins in his rookie season, to the NBA Finals 5 times, winning 3 of them. He'll always be remembered as one of the greatest shooters of all time.
Yeah, and he can shoot,
the 3-point line was put in his rookie season. And on top of all of that, Larry Bird was far from the best athlete, but what he lacked physically, he made up mentally for being able to get into the heads of opponents.
His basketball IQ too was also crazy.
Better than mostly anyone else in NBA history. Number 1,
LeBron James.
Alright, there's no real
he doesn't even have to say anything. I'm actually in the video on that because it should be unanimous by now that LeBron James is the greatest small forward of all time. So I'm literally going to end the video there, man. But listen, man, I mess with that list. That list is pretty accurate, actually. Now I'm thinking about it. I can't think of anybody that he's forgetting, you know. Scottie Pippen got some love, some much well-deserved love, man. But I'm happy they put KD top 3 too, actually, because KD, when it's all said and done, like I said, he could be a top 10 player of all time. But I just wanted to bring that video to y'all, man. So listen, if you stay tuned for this long, that's love, man. So I appreciate that like. You know, 2 likes is all we looking for. Hit the sub button if you're new, man, and comment down below. Tell me to watch next, and what other training video y'all may do. And yeah, we're just gonna kick it off like that, man. But I'm Iconic Todd. Don't ask me why, and I'm out.